Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So another very warm day here on the Suncoast. 80-degree air temperature. We have a dew point that also is on the sticky side, coming in at 66. You know, anything over about 65, and it starts to feel a little humid out there. Relative humidity, 62%, west-southwest wind at about 10. Winds have been, generally speaking, a little bit lighter today. And because of the lighter winds, we're developing that sea breeze circulation just a little bit earlier on. And so, consequently, we'll have that west wind throughout the afternoon, keeping the coastline just a little bit cooler. Knock down the daytime high temperatures a few degrees because of that. 80 in Sarasota, 79 Lakewood Ranch, 80 Parrish, Bradenton at 79, 80 Myakka, Northport, 77 in Inglewood, 78 in Venice, 73 Longboat Key, and inland temperatures, they're a little bit warmer. They'll probably hit 76 or so by the end of the day, 80 in Wauchula, 81 in Arcadia. And we still have it. The red tide status is actually not as good today as I had hoped it would be. And that, I think, is in part due to the fact that we don't have as strong an offshore flow. And we're developing the west coast sea breeze just a little bit earlier on today. So we now have a report at Siesta Key of moderate amounts of irritants in the air. So says the Mote Marine spotters who have gone out and investigated these locations. Lido Key coming in with slight amounts, and so is Manasota. Of course, these shift during the day with the breezes, with the winds, and so updates, of course, are always advised if you're heading out to the beach. Visit beaches.org. We'll give you the latest Mote spotters, but this is what we have for today. And as the winds shift to the west, those irritants may travel a little further inland today than they have in the past couple of days when the sea breeze hasn't been quite as strong. But things will be changing as we head into the next couple of days. We're going to get a refreshing wind out of the north that could help the situation. Titan radar right now showing everything pretty quiet in our neck of the woods, but down to the south, that southeasterly wind flow continues to pump moisture up from the south. And like yesterday, we have the potential of seeing perhaps an isolated shower or two build in inland areas, drift toward the coastline, and put the rain chance at about 10% today or so. Tomorrow, a little bit better rain chance because of the tail end of this system, which has already produced some tornadoes. West Virginia, Kentucky has seen some tornadoes. That minor tornadoes compared to what we saw yesterday when there was loss of life. We have right now some severe thunderstorm watches and warnings up for this line of storms as it carves its way eastward. We continue to monitor it throughout the day. There is potential for severe weather on a track really from the Washington, D.C. area all the way back to the foothills of the mountains. Atlanta airport also perhaps under the gun a little bit later on today. If you're traveling to that airport later this afternoon, might want to just call ahead as there could be thunderstorms in the vicinity of that airport. Nothing for us. Everything's very quiet across the Suncoast. Most of the west is quiet. California getting a chance to dry out. But still, the tail end of this system is what will impact our weather as we head into tomorrow. The frontal boundary itself sinks southward, carves its way into the state of Florida. But most of the energy lifts northward, so as that front approaches us, no severe weather in the picture for us. Just a change in the winds and some cooler temps. Watch tomorrow, again warm as the front doesn't really get through here till the evening, but then Friday, once it does and the winds shift, 74 the daytime high with less humid conditions, a little bit breezy. Should be a delightful day Friday, and that carries right on into the weekend, Scott.